Welcome back to Fairune! Last time we climbed a tower to the sky and claimed our third and final statue that resembles some kind of fairy. So we're gonna go over here and set it down. And it opened up a hole in the ground. So we should go check that out. Where's that hole in the ground? That's like over there. There's a shortcut here. With all three statues, I'm expecting to find something fancy. Bunch of dromas, data dromas, and nightmare? Hey, I remember seeing this place. The final tablet! Using the three powers, we have sealed off this world, leaving for lost lands. Uncover our designs in the ancient codex. We rely on the chosen maiden. That's me! Well, I should probably stab a lot of guys then. Mechadramus. I like how all this data stuff. I like how all this high technology data stuff isn't just like, oh, it's another biome or whatever, like a fire one or the sky one that you've gone to, but instead it actually feels like kind of an underground, lost part of the world. Like it's kind of core to the world. Secretly churning away. Okay, so these look like tablets, so I'm going to start putting tablets in them. Boop! When I see a switch, I step on it. Dragon scale. Are you sure that's a dragon scale? But I think that's us done. Oh, I don't think I can level up on these guys. Nope. So all that's left is... Guardian. That's not a Guardian. Oh, so I'm sure you noticed, I haven't actually said anything about it, but I'm sure you've noticed the regular enemies out and about have actually been upgraded. Well, with these knights out running around, you had these guys here, that poor guy I just killed again. Oh, hey, you know this thing I got? Looks a lot like that symbol on the ground, also that's terrifying. But in we go! Because what else is a chosen maiden to do? Data stairs. Or is it just how much reception we're getting in here? So funnily enough, I think you actually have to have the bit blaster thing or whatever to kill these things. And they still hurt you. Oh, there's a little arrow. They still hurt you, but you still get no experience from it. Okay, I'm glad just stepping on that did something, because I'm thinking, like, man, what do I gotta do? What do I have to hit? Yeah, so you see these three little dots actually pointing on off the two edges of the screen. Okay, what do we got up here? Flowers. Cool. So this is your hint. Actually, look at the 2 flowers. These go off when you... go away when you take your feet off of them, so that means you gotta push 2 down at once. Data Fairy saving the day! And by that I mean putting a single block of passage in my way. Might as well clear them out. We'll get that level eventually. Yeah, look at that. That I can't go to yet. That's okay, there's more stuff going on over here. Can I go this way? I can, okay. Just, you know, more stuff going that way. Oh no, I didn't map that spot! Dang it. Hey! So level 25 is the level cap. That's the end. You are done getting experience. Looks like I should be able to do something here. Oh, I can. I feel like there's some kind of hint, but this is also like endgame where they just kind of expect you to have figured out their crap by now. Okay, so 4 flowers. This one should be easier. Boop. Boop. This one I feel like would have been easy enough to like kind of accidentally do if you're just in here pressing buttons, finding something that maybe looks pretty. You're going to try patterns first, if they all stay on. But like, man, that one in the upper right, you'd never guess that one. You'd never just guess it. You gotta look at the flowers and go, got it. Figured that out. What do you have to say? Alright! So our next enemy to gain experience off of is the Demon Lord himself. Can't believe I never mapped that half of that room. Imagine the friggin' hero showing up to the final boss and just being like, you're the only thing left that gives me experience. Just one in the very middle. Well. So here's another funny one, because these things turn on, but they don't turn off. So you have to find a way to turn the middle one on without turning on any of the ones around it. And this one, I am sure would have taken me a hot minute to figure out. If you don't mind, I'm going to take that back. And our passage is open, our goal is clear! The only thing I've not done, I think, in this playthrough so far is go kill all of the rare encounter enemies. I don't think there's many, though. There's maybe like a half dozen of them. What do I do? Use you? Yeah! Go dragon! Oh, and it lit it up. I gotta put the sword in it. Yeah! Dragon lady flying through the sky. So I mentioned before this game is like 99% exploration. This is the 1%. Mega Dark. So it doesn't actually list the items that we've collected, but I think our increased experience and damage and things do carry over. It'd be real swell if I could just hold down the button and like, instead of having to mash real fast. But yeah, we did it! We beat him up. It's not actually that easy. He's big. So pay attention to his eyes. The 3 eyes on his forehead. When they light up, they are about to shoot out a big old laser. You do have a reasonably tiny hitbox, so it's not, like, horrible. Let me get in there, let me get in there. Yeah, we did it! So I want to point out from the start, before we get into this, that no, that's not it. And this last phase is a lot harder than you'd think, especially for a game based purely around exploration. I feel like they set the difficulty bar a little high for this final phase. But here we see the true. So just kind of try not to get hit. Red means down laser. Don't be standing under it. These green lasers are probably going to be your biggest source of getting your butt kicked. I forget what happens here. Okay, you can just kind of hit them a lot. That's cool. Watch directly above you. If there's a meteor, dodge out of the way. Like, admittedly, this isn't super hard, but, like, I don't know how many times I died here before, and I'm about to die again. I think that was meat. Yeah, there I go. They do give you this option, but, like, nah, I got this. I want to say a meteor probably clipped me. But don't worry, we got this. Oh, this is what happens if you die, by the way, since this is the first time I've died. There's no real backtracking, you just get taken to this weird location. And you come out here next to this lone gravestone. And then you're just right back here. So back in we go. Hey! I almost had him. Oh man, not a lot left going for this guy. What do I gotta... Oh, I gotta click it with my mouse. Hey, it's the fairies! Not the little data fairies, it's the real ones. I mean, I guess that's it for us. We beat up the bad guy, the fairies are back, everybody's happy. I mean, it would have been a lot easier to be sure that if you'd started talking while I was in the room with you. Oh, you're talking to me. I'm a hero. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I'm supposed to talk to the book. Yo, that was some super mood right there, fading out the UI to give us space for the credits to roll up. Like, ooh, that's a feeling right there. But yeah, this has been Fairune. If you thought this was kind of neat, there are at least 2 more games. There's Fairune 2 and then Fairune Origins, and I have not played Fairune Origins, but I know Fairune 2 like super expands on this concept and gives us a full game out of it. Instead of, this one it takes about an hour to beat this game. Maybe 2 if you're just kind of puttering around and don't know what to do. But I still think it's super neat. Like, it's 100% based on exploration. Just look around, see what you can find. Every problem is solved by exploration. Enemy is too strong? You haven't found the right enemy to kill then. Like, combat's not even a challenge. But it's neat. I super enjoy just puttering around and going like, man, what's over here? Man, where's this thing? I gotta see if I can remember what that is. And like, the style of it is super charming. Like, it's a retro-styled, retro aesthetic, but they don't like hold themselves to that. They don't force that on themselves. They've got like gradations and neat things, like you can see with the light there. And they got something weird going on with the story. Like, it starts out as a, like, yep, there's an evil. Go do the things, free the evil. But it feels like there's something more. It feels like there's something going on under the surface. Even if they don't really elaborate on it much. Which kind of adds to that feeling of depth. But this has been Fairune. I have been your host, Naka. Until next time, everyone.